All right, brand new road blog. This is a follow-up to the most recent one, which was all about Antifa. You know, Nazis Punch Fascists. That was the name of it. If you haven't seen it, go look at that one first. So there's something going on in this country that I find interesting. See, when it comes to terrorism, if it's something like Al-Qaeda or ISIS, we talk about, like, these colors don't run, let's go get them, you know, all that good stuff. But when it comes to something that's here in America that's going on, that's fucked up, and, you know, certainly we can call it terrorism. Nah, people don't want to deal with that shit. Like, no. I mean, I'll certainly walk up to our soldiers and say thank you for your service, you know, but I want them to handle it. You know, that's terrorism. That's when we send our soldiers. We don't do it. No. That's bullshit. No. I mean, I'll even, you know, I'll give you like 10% off of your Frappuccino at my local coffee shop. You know, I'll do that, you know. But when it comes to actually defending freedom in the United States of America, well, you know, they used to do it. Like, we've never done it. Like, most of us that are alive now, we've never done it. But they used to do it here. So I look at what's going on in Berkeley. And, you know, I talked about all those riots. And the newest thing is that Ann Coulter, you know, if this was like a New York Times piece, it would be like conservative firebrand or something. Maybe it wouldn't be New York Times. They'd say something more like, you know, conservative fascist or some shit like that, because that's what they do. But basically, Ann Coulter, who I don't know if I'd say I like her. There's things that she says that I certainly agree with, and other things where she's clearly trolling people to great effect, and I don't blame her, you know. I mean, she writes a book and it says something like liberals are stupid. It's usually the title. And some people get offended and go, fuck you. And then some people, you know, go, that's awesome, and I'm going to buy it. And that's what she does, and that's how she makes her money. And I respect the hustle, whatever. And it's no worse than fucking half the shit other people are doing. So, but she was supposed to speak at University of California at Berkeley. And this is just a thing now where people are invited there to speak, and then both the university and the mayor of Berkeley shut them down. But it's only on one side. You know, if you lean at all right of center, that, you know, you're a danger. You're a danger, you know, despite the fact that all the danger's coming from one side, and it ain't the right. You know, you can say whatever the fuck you want. It's not Trump supporters out there fucking beating the shit out of people. It's not Trump supporters setting shit on fire. It's not. Every fucking instance of, like, a Trump supporter, like, doing something fucked up since the election has turned out to be a hoax. Or at least the majority of them. I can't account for every single one. But quite a lot of them turned out to be hoaxes from people who hated Donald Trump. Anyway, so, and the New York Times even said, you know, I'm sorry, they did an article that it was the chancellor of UC Berkeley said they're getting attacked from both sides. No, they're not. No, you're not. That's bullshit. It is not people. It ain't Trump supporters. It's not generally people on the right. It is all, and I'm not even blaming, it's not liberals. It's these extreme leftists that are doing the shit. And quite frankly, Antifa is a terrorist group. Now, are they terrorists in the same way that ISIS is a terrorist? No, it's not the same thing. But, you know, just because you shoot me in the arm instead of shooting me in the head doesn't mean that you didn't shoot me. You know, just because one's worse than the other doesn't mean that, you know, like, you get off just because you did something that's not quite as fucked up. They're terrorists. They're shutting down freedom of speech. And, you know, I'm not one to buy into this whole, you know, Berkeley is the cradle of free speech. You know, the 60s and 70s, a lot of people did some really brave stuff and did some necessary things that made this country better. But it's not all it's cracked up to be. there were a lot of fucking morons and assholes going on during that time. You know, I understand protesting the war in Vietnam, but there were people who spit on our soldiers who had really nothing to do with it. You know, it's not like soldiers were standing around going, look, let's go to Vietnam. And then some of them weren't even soldiers. Some of them were just people who were drafted, you know. And there were people who stood in front of troop trains and stuff like that. And anyway, there's this glamorized idea of the 60s and 70s that, you know, parts of it are true, parts of it are bullshit. In any case, I don't really give a fuck about Berkeley. I don't think it was ever the cradle of free speech. But if any of it was ever true, it's damn sure not true now. You know, so Ann Coulter was shut down. They wavered back and forth, but ultimately they decided it was too unsafe to have her there. But she's not the safety concern. It's the people in Antifa that they know are going to show up, set shit on fire, throw bricks, beat people up in the street. They're going to bring weapons. They know all this. And they had literally the mayor of Berkeley had the cops stand down at the last one. Could have been handled. Could have been arrests made, files charged. Any number of things could have happened that would prevent shit like this from happening in the future. And it didn't happen. And so they said, like, nah, you can't have Ann Coulter. Basically, it's saying that you can't have conservative voices in arguably the city of Berkeley at this point. But certainly, the College of Berkeley, University of California. There you go, University of California, Berkeley. It's just that's what it is now. And the thing is, like, you can't be a free person if you're not allowed to free speech. And we're getting to that point in this country where free speech is just done. We're allowing these fucking assholes to win. And make no mistake, they're fucking assholes. They call themselves anti-fascists, but they are fucking fascists. It's fucking fascism. When you're stopping people from just speaking things that, first of all, half the time they don't even know who the fuck these people are. You know, half of these protests, it's not all Antifa. Antifa's generally the violent ones. But half of these protesters that protest conservative speakers, they don't know who the fucking person is. It's just like, you know, some fucking moron that lives down the hall is like, oh, you know him. He's a Nazi. Oh, no, he's very bad. He's a vampire and he's immortal and he kills babies and all that. Oh no, it's terrible stuff. And he's gonna take away your right to your vagina. And he's a Nazi, and we don't like Nazis, do we? No, we don't. So we have to beat that person to death. We have to stop this. You know, like this is what they do, and like there's videos of it. They go up to the protesters and they're like, "So what is your problem with this person?" You know, oh, she's bad. She's you know, what has she done? Oh, I don't know. You know, I'm here with Kelly. Kelly told me that she's a Nazi, you know, and Kelly's good people. It's like Kelly wouldn't lie, you know. So Kelly says she's a Nazi. She's a Nazi. It's like I don't even know why we're having this discussion. Like, you should be with me. You should like take up this sign that says "Punch Fascists," you know. Anyway, but you know, we're really getting to a point in this country where we just won't be free. You know, former governor / former presidential candidate Howard Dean went on Twitter and said, hate speech is not protected by free speech. Even people on the left, liberals, certainly. A few people on the left, people like, I believe Bernie Sanders recanted him, but pretty much everyone pointed out that that's fucking retarded. It is absolutely insane that this person was almost the president of the United States. Hate speech is absolutely protected by freedom of speech. Really, very little is not covered, and most of it is threats of violence. You know, anything that basically puts anyone in danger. Now, well, well, you know, like, well, hate speech puts people in danger. No, it doesn't. Because first of all, hate speech doesn't fucking mean anything. It's a made-up term. It's an Orwellian term. And that's what's great about it for these fucking pieces of shit, is that if they can get laws passed that say hate speech isn't protected, then they can pretty much go after whoever the fuck they want. I mean, that's the goal. The goal is to be able to take people out without really even lifting a finger. The goal is to shut down anyone who disagrees with you. And we're letting it happen. We're letting these fucking assholes win. And I can't believe that in this day and age, in this country, this is going on. Like, I'm not, obviously, it's to some degree or another, I'm talking shit a little bit, because there's not much chance of me driving all the way to fucking Berkley, California. But if it was here, would I be there? Fucking right I would. And we can't keep giving in to these people. We just can't. I don't know what else to say, but it's just insane to me that the bad guys do whatever the fuck they want. They beat people up. They hit people with bricks and bottles, you know? And we just go, all right. There's an actual mayor of a major American city basically validated their behavior. You know? Did he come out and say, like, Antifa's okay with me, beat up whoever you want? No. But he as good as did. And this person's still in office. I don't get it. But, you know, what do I know? All right, listen to Metal Hand of God.